right. Good evening. We have survived another weekend. Let's see, we've already got some people coming in, got some likes. Terror, hey, good to see you. V16 Wolf, hello, good to see you. Luna, good to see you as well. So, hope everybody's got their snacks as well as their beverages. Of course, got mine. Why am I being patted on the head? Let's see, Jedi Master, good evening. Yeah, actually it did. We had a bit of storming today. Right now it's looking pretty good though. Luckily yesterday the storms cleared off really early, so I was able to fire up the smoker and throw a pork shoulder on, which I'd been meaning to do for a while. So I got to spend the day doing this pork shoulder. So I'm pretty much set as far as cooking for the week because that's a lot of food. But yay on that one. Definitely got to enjoy my weekend. Definitely did. So yeah, I got to take some time, enjoy, relax, watch a little TV, do some reading, catch up on some research and meditation notes that I've been wanting to go over. Even do a little bit more thinking on, using the website to start that thought blog over at workingdragonmystic.com. So that was a thing. And I actually did get to speak with the wife. So she was able to make a phone call and give us a hello, which was fantastic to hear from her. Definitely. So very happy about that one. Luna, I am doing good. I really am. Jedi Master, thank you for reminding me. Yes, if you are watching this, please do give us a thumbs up. It tells the algorithm people enjoy this content, and therefore the algorithm will show it to more people, and we can reach more seekers out there who are seeking information. I know the live streams, sometimes it's more laid back and just casual chat, but at the same time, the live streams do also help people find the videos. Which, if you are watching this for the first time, we got playlists on magical basics. We got playlists on dragon magic. We have a playlist for entities. We do have a playlist for spell work. Also, if you are interested in more in-depth classes, we do have an online school at workingdragonmystic.com. Currently, there is a full, massive, in-depth meditation class available. As well as a Dragon Magic 101 class, full in-depth path working there to get you started in Dragon Magic. And there's actually a free Arcane Sight class available there. So yeah, lots of stuff going on and happening. Let's see who we got. Archangel, hello, good to see you. Welcome to the chat. Bestest Wolf, hey, good to see you. Tigress, it is good to see you. It has been a while. Hope you are doing well. Surf, good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. Chris, good to see you back. Oh, when? We got a lot of people in here today. Tell Denny's, hey, may I ask a question? Because someone said we need to call guardian dragons Paramonte to show respect. No, that's actually inaccurate. You do not need to use the term Monte. Monte is not a draconic term. It is a term that Conway gave them. She was trying in many ways to bring dragon magic to the forefront and give it its own flavor because she was afraid that it would be too much of Wicca or too much of ceremonial magic. And she was trying to share the information she had as best she could while at the same time separating it enough so that people know it's just not a reskin of these other traditions, which at the time of those books being written, we were getting a lot of reskins of the same old, same old. So that was a big hurdle for her to tackle. And Dragon Magic, up until she published, was one that honestly, it stayed in the shadows. It was largely unheard of. And if she hadn't done the groundbreaking work she did, I wouldn't be here, honestly. She's, again, like I've said before, she's the one that encouraged me to publish my findings. And I have spoken with the dragons about the Monte term. Not a requirement at all. You can use it if you so choose. They're not offended by it, but you do not have to use it. And I even ran it by her and actually did find out, no, that was a term that she applied as part of that attempt to flesh out and separate, which it did serve its purpose for its time, but it is not a requirement. So yeah, that is a thing, but it is something that word comes straight from Conway's works. That's the origin of the word. And since that was the only works that we had for so long, there are a lot of people who they don't fully understand where it came from, but it was in her works, so they do utilize it. In fact, in her works, the word bounces around on how it's supposed to be used and what it means. It keeps changing. So yeah, it's not a necessity. In fact, I just refer to my guardians as the names they gave me, and I even refer to my co-magician as the name he gave me. I never refer to him as anything else. Well, actually, I take that back. I have referred to my guardians as you little shits, because they do like to cause trouble on occasion and do some pranks. So, to be fair, I have called them that. Wizard Warrior, hey man, good to see you in here. Doing good, really am. Got me some coffee, had a good weekend running the grill, got some work done. It's been good. Let's see what we got here. Oh man, we are already busy in chat today. So let me just remind you, if you do have a question and I miss it for any reason and you need me to get to it, it's important. Remember, we do have the super chats and the stickers. You can make a small donation. It'll flash it up real big on the screen to make sure I do see your question. Because we are already getting busy in here, which is great. It's so great to see everybody this weekend. Yes, sir. Hey, Drake. I've isolated for quite some time and read many books on magical theory. After cramming so much knowledge into my head, it just left me confused and anxious. Sir, I'll be honest with you, man. Sir, that's pretty common. What you have here is an overdose of information without application. Magic is not just about knowledge. You can't just sit down and absorb knowledge and take it in like a sponge and understand it. In fact, no matter how good your memory is, you can have a perfectly photographic memory. You're not going to understand it without application. Magic, it has to be experienced. It has to be applied. It has to be a actual path that you walk. Otherwise, a lot of it will not make sense. And if you over cram, you're just going to be getting so many different viewpoints and theories all at once with no application to base a foundation of understanding on. And it can lead to confusion and anxiety. That's actually a very, very common thing. So, let's see. Earth Dragon. Welcome, Earth Dragon. Good to see you. Nubis, good to see you as well. Telenini, thank you for it. No problem. The Monte term and many of the other terms that she attempts to use and then just drops off on them, it's caused a lot of confusion. I remember when her and I was talking, there's a lot of the terminology that she wished she had left out. And I get that, but I'm still grateful for her works. Again, had she not published what she published, I don't think I would have ever reached out to the dragons. So I'm eternally grateful for her. On top of that, again, she encouraged me to publish my works. I don't think I'd ever thought to or had the courage without her encouragement. So, hats off and mugs up to Conway for that. Haven't done anything magical in weeks, and it's left me unmotivated. Actually set a schedule and set a routine and do it. It's just like working out. You got to get up and you got to do it, and you got to make a routine and a habit. I have morning rituals and I have afternoon rituals that I do every day, no exception. Those are my routines. And my research and any testing rituals take place throughout the day. So if I'm trying a new ritual or testing spell work or something like that, I put that somewhere in the center of the day. But every morning, even if I got nothing else going on, I do my morning and evening rituals like clockwork. Even when I have the flu, yes, even when I'm sick, I will drag myself to do those rituals. And if I can't get out of bed, like if I've been hospitalized before for injuries, I didn't use that as an excuse to skip my rituals. I would go to my astral sanctum and I would do my rituals there, even when laid up in the bed. So you just got to set that schedule and stick to it. Again, magic is about self-mastery and discipline. You have to have those. You can't have self-mastery if you don't have discipline. So that routine helps you develop that self-mastery as well. It is a vital part, just like the journal. Okay, Luna, I have the feeling your guardians, after hearing that, will make sure to be more mischievous. Oh, I'm sure they will. They're always getting into something. At Wizard Warriors also got a valid point. You also got to make sure to keep your practice balanced. Whether you're on left or right hand path, too much of one thing can seriously throw you off whack. But I would start with a good solid grounding and centering. That would be a great place to start if you're feeling like a total mess and out of whack. Start with that and work on your meditations. That's the easiest way to collect yourself and get your routines back in order. Barbara, hi. What is a good way to honor the dragons? Also, do they eat, and what do they like to eat? Well, they do eat. Let's answer this a little backwards here. They do eat. They largely eat energy. Okay, that's what they actually prefer to eat is energy. As far as physical foods, they do enjoy physical foods, and it differs from dragon to dragon. Meat is always a good go-to. All dragons are carnivorous. They all love meat. If you check out the video on X Boone Well, you find out he enjoys pork rinds. But outside just saying energy or meat, it really differs from dragon to dragon. So it's good to get to know them, build that friendship with them, and then you'll know exactly what offerings to give them. So how to honor them? The best way to honor the dragons, bar none, is to spend time with them and build a friendship. That is the best way. That is the primary thing they want. Dragon magic is not passive. These are not entities that you can just call up when it suits you. These are friendships we're building. This takes effort. This takes time. It takes work. You got to cultivate these friendships. Outside of that, generally working with them and attempting to maintain the balance. That's really it. Between that friendship and working to maintain the balance and understand the balance. Those are the best ways to honor the dragons because they do not want to be worshipped. They do not want to be seen as deities. And they want to see you improve yourself and empower yourself. So actually, I could say that would be a great way to honor them too. If you actually work with them and you, along the way, working with them and taking that advice, you do indeed move yourself forward to better yourself. That action of bettering yourself is a great way to honor them. So you get to honor them through action there as well. As far as, is there a good way to honor them ritually by lighting a candle or giving offerings? Not really. They don't care about that stuff. They really do not. Now, if you're working with them and you offer them an energetic offering or meat offering, like you would offer anything to a friend when they come to visit, that's different. But that's not honoring them. That's just being a good host, and they do enjoy those things, if that makes sense. Let's see, terror. Is there anything a human can do while the dragon, well, that a dragon can't do? I've thought about it and feel like dragons can pretty much do anything. So I'm curious, do we have skills that dragons do not? That's actually an interesting question. Um, when you look at entities that don't reside on the physical realm, the only trait that seems to be common that humans have that they don't is we have a physical presence on the material realm, which allows us to experience the physical realm through that physical presence. This is why so many entities do enjoy working with humans, because it allows them to experience the physical realm through us. That said, the dragons do, though they haven't done so in thousands of years, they do have the ability to fully manifest on the physical plane. They just choose not to. It's something they do not do. Well, I should say they do not do in a way that humans will catch them. There are dragons that do manifest in areas where humans cannot get to them, and they will manifest. So, in that scenario, you fall back to no. Technically, we don't really have anything special that they don't, which is an interesting question, and it's not something I've ever thought about. If there is anything else that's in those little boxes to be checked, I'm unaware of it. But Tara, if I ever find something, I'll let you know. Sweets are all, yeah, a lot of dragons do like sweets. There's a few that don't. There's a few, but most dragons' sweets are pretty safe. And I've never seen, even if one don't like sweets, I've never seen them offended by it. They actually enjoy the offering all the same. It's like someone offered me a cupcake. I don't really eat cake, but I would be grateful that they offered, because that's a sweet, haha, pun intended. But it's sweet that they offered and they care enough to offer it, even though I don't eat it. So they kind of take that same view. Can dragons pick up a pencil? Oh, definitely, easily. Don't forget they're shapeshifters too. So they can easily take on a human hand, but actually their claws themselves are actually agile enough that a pencil's no issue. Their claws are a lot more agile than a lot of artwork gives them credit for. See, I've been trying to start the Draconic Path. The only ritual book I got is the Draconic Ritual book by Aznath Mason. YouTube seems to only have Draconic Wicca videos or Dragon Magic. Yeah, and the Draconic Path and Dragon Magic are actually separate paths, just like it's separate from Draconic Wicca. They're all three very separate paths. Though there is a Temple of the Ascending Flames YouTube channel. And I'm pretty sure Aznath Mason's the one that actually runs that one. You can also check out the Temple of Ascending Flame itself. That is a lot of where Aznath Mason and all the other Draconic practitioners tend to gather and practice. It's actually the areas I go to when I'm researching the Draconic Path, rituals associating with it, and the like. I even considered joining the Temple of the Ascending Flames at one point, just never did. I felt I would be better off pursuing my own research in different areas for the time being. We'll see where life takes me after that. But yeah, it's the way the Draconic Path is generally presented so harshly that it is hard to put onto a public forum. That's not to say it couldn't be done. People haven't done it yet. I've considered, once I get some time, to do more on the draconic path itself, separated from dragon magic if I can. But right now we got so much going that it'd be a while. But do check out the Temple of the Ascended Flames YouTube channel. You might find more info there. Cake hurts me, Terror. It does. Carbohydrates hurt. It causes inflammation, pain in my joints. It just hurts, and I don't want to move the next day. So I try to avoid it. Yeah, I mean, even when you see them, when you're working with them, they're at first glance, they're claws. They look very similar to the artwork, or even like if you've ever seen an alligator foot. They do not look that agile. But the more you work with them, when you actually get a chance and you see how agile and how limber they have more agility in their claws than we do our hands, which is amazing. They always, for such massive primal entities, they always amaze me how agile and even gentle they can be. Give them ideas. Next thing I know, I'm going to be hit with a pencil. It's happened to me, Luna. Lorenzo, hey. Hi, welcome to the chat. Mugs up, mate. Oh. Also, we had another microphone blowout this week. Thanks to the Patreon members, we were able to replace that. Thank y'all. Mugs up to my Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. If it wasn't for you, I don't know that I could keep the technology running. So appreciate it very much. And if you do enjoy the work we're doing and you'd like to become a Patreon member, we do have a link below. You can check that out. You do get perks, priority messaging. I check Patreon before all else. Free access to monthly spell workings that I do for the Patreon members, early access to the classes when they release, and even discounts and coupons to classes and merchandise. So nice little payoffs. But I did want to thank my supporters for that, because, yeah, that microphone was a pain in the rear this week. Let's see. You mentioned that dragons like learning about us, but is there anything a human could help teach a dragon? Skills and wisdom wise, not really. When they learn about us, they learn about what motivates us, what drives us, what interests us. And that's something that as humans in general evolve, that's always changing. And it also changes from individual to individual. It also changes from climate, region, continent, country, even town. I mean, heck, there's like 4 towns all connected in like this one little area here. And if you drive to each of these little towns, it's going to have a very, very different feel. That is what they enjoy learning about. They enjoy watching that growth process with us and how different we can be from day to day and from time period to time period. As far as actual skill wise, I don't think humans have a particular skill that we could teach. It'd be an interesting concept. I'm unaware of one. If there is one, Tara, that would probably be the better way to say it. And as far as wisdoms, they've been around and shared their wisdoms for so long, it seems unlikely that a species like us that's basically still in evolutionary diapers would have much to share there. But that's not to say that, much like a parent, your child may do something random and not mean to, but you might learn something from that random, goofy something your child done, just because that's some stuff you ain't seen before. So it's not something we can necessarily teach knowingly, but our actions may actually bestow some wisdom on them without our knowing, if that makes some sense, Tara. I'm doing pretty good, Lorenzo. I am. Had a great weekend here. Yes, Tara, you are. You did recently just start supporting. Now, thank you very much for your support. That is appreciative. Uh, yeah, 16 Wolf, you can ask. I'll do my best to answer. See, Earth Dragon, I have a few questions about the astral sanctum. Been recently meditating daily and hope to do meditations to encourage visualization for being able to do that kind of work. Good idea. What's the questions, Earth Dragon? See, Surf, if you have a close relationship with an entity and someone else uses that entity skillfully to bring about a deadly curse in you, what happens? Um, that's actually a good question, you Surf. But entities in large will not betray their friends and allies, period. Now, that said, there is a word called justice that a lot of people tend to forget about. Now, if you screw around and you wrong somebody and they justly curse you, then you're totally dependent on your own mindfulness, your own ability to protect yourself and your wards. Um, that's all part of the multiversal balance. No one gets a get out of jail free card for being a dick. So if you harm somebody, they are in every right to retaliate. That's completely within their rights to do. Because people are in a right to defend themselves and to seek justice. Now, that said, if someone's just out there slinging curses, which let's get this clear, most people are not out there slinging deadly curses. 98% of the time, this is in someone's head, and they're usually self cursing because most magicians have so much more to do with their time. But if it's uncalled for, the entity actually will not help. It won't. That's not to stop the person from using their own power to do it. But the entity won't. The entity will not betray an ally who has done nothing wrong. Easy as that. Let's see here. Let's see. Can you explain more on magical paths? Well, the easiest way to sum this one up, V16, would be a magical path is literally the path that you follow in your practice. Now, there are traditions and defined paths that are published to get you started. But all a magical path is, at its very core, is the path that you utilize and you follow to manifest results, to create the change in your life, to take charge of your life and gain that self mastery and to work toward your goals. You can call that path whatever you want. Now, many magicians, many practitioners do get their start in one place or another to get that base knowledge so that they have a foundation to build on. Myself, I've told you all, I actually started Dragon Magic with Conway's books. I also claim Dragon Magic as my main foundational dragon path. Yet mine and Conway's research went drastically different directions, and I do follow a much more scientific / practical version of that. So within that term of dragon magic, there are infinite amounts of magical paths because there's going to be infinite amount of people that continually practice it in a way that actually functions for them. The same thing with any other label you want to put on it, whether you're following the Kabbalah, the Qliphoth, the Draconian path, it doesn't matter. A magical path is strictly your path that you're walking. And as you're evaluating your magical path, the big thing is, are you getting the results that you want? Is it actually helping you? Are you happy with it? Yes or no? It's pretty much that simple. There is no one true path, and there is no path that is more correct than the other. And if anyone tries to sell you a one true path or this path is more correct than the other, turn around. They're trying to sell you some snake oil. Welcome, Abraham. So for the question, what are the best teas for that work? 2, does traveling to your sanctum take energy out of you when you come back? Okay, tea, I would actually recommend mugwort tea. You can easily get it on Amazon, very cheap. Make sure you get a good quality one, but make sure you do buy it in tea. Do not buy the whole herb. I have seen a lot of people sell non-food grade mugwort as a tea, and it can be molded and you can get sick. So make sure you buy food grade mugwort tea that's packaged. You want to make sure it's packaged as a tea. But it is absolutely great for any type of journey work or visions or astral sanctum style stuff. If you're wanting to use a beverage or a tea like that, I wouldn't do it daily. I would at least give 24 hours between using it, because some people do worry about mugwort's effects on the liver because it's a detox tea, so they think it can overwork it. I'm not a doctor, so I just err on the side of caution personally. As to, does the sanctum take energy? No more than traditional meditation or trance work does, because you are still utilizing you're not pushing energy to move through the planes. You are just moving. So you have no issues there when you're working with your astral sanctum. It is no more exhausting than meditation or trance work already would be. So if you've already got a solid meditation practice going, you should have no problem working in your sanctum just as long or even longer at times. A lot of people actually find sanctum work easier than meditation. So long answer, but we got that one, Chris. Hope that one helps there, Earth Dragon. Chris, is there a way to use tarot cards? Yes, you can use divinations to talk to dragons. They will attempt to utilize any medium that you want to try and utilize. Now, here's the problem. The dragons want you to work up to real-time communication. That's what they want, and they would want you to pursue that. If you're going to be lazy and just rely on that and not work to that, they're going to get annoyed. But if you are using these, they will do the best that they can to work with you. There is an interpretation lost, and the ability of the card reader is actually going to have to come into play on that. And that is where your ability with tarot cards or whatever device you're utilizing does come into play. So it's not viewed as a highly accurate way to communicate with them because of that, because there's going to be some things lost in translation. But it is something that you could actually attempt to utilize as you're working to develop your arcane senses. Though do make sure you're doing the exercises in the arcane senses video, and also apply those exercises to the arcane sight class. Many of the meditations in there can easily be utilized to shift over to arcane hearing. And that's really all you need to actually hear them communicate with you, is that hearing. And then you can just wean yourself off the divination device entirely. Let's see, learn more about Chris, trying to learn more about the Qliphoth and everything around it. Chris, as many of you all know, that's actually one of my areas of research right now. Many of you know I'm actually doing a path working based on that. I've read through a lot of different books and everything, and right now my favorites and recommended, unfortunately, are Asenath Mason's works on the Qliphoth, starting with her Qliphothic Meditations book, and then moving with her Cthulhic evocations. And I do have her other one, which deals with the pathways of the Qliphoth, which is the third part of the path working. And though I've not done it, I have been reading through it some in my spare time to get an idea of what's going to be going on when I get onto that particular road. I've completed the meditations. I'm actually, as y'all know, I'm in the evocation one. Those 3 books, honestly, I know a lot of people complain they're expensive. But out of all the books I've purchased, out of all the research I've done, those 3 books are worth more than double the price all 3 of them would cost. Easily. Asimov Mason has done a fantastic job, in my opinion, with those books. I would actually think those are probably the best resource. I've been asked if I ever plan to do a book or a video class on the Qliphoth. I do not know. But right now, that is my recommendation, and go-tos would be her books. And hopefully we get more magicians that publish more material on it. Right now, it's still one of those ones that's just thin. It's just not a lot out there on it. Luna, thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yusuf, I've always wondered what your taste in music is. I'm very eclectic. So if you were to get the iPod that's in my car and just hit play, you wouldn't know what to think. On that iPod, you will find Hank Williams Jr., Johnny Cash, Lords of Acid, Five Finger Death Punch, Smashing Pumpkins, Marilyn Manson, Jimmy Buffett, Flogging Molly, the Jolly Rogers. What else is on there? You'll find Voltaire. I really like Voltaire's stuff. You'll find Evanescence. You'll find Incubus and Succubus. Basically, as you can see, my taste in music goes across the board. You'll even find some Snoop Dogg. There's some Sir Mix-a-Lot. I mean, let's be honest, his biggest hits were During My Generation, Weird Al Yankovic, Cletus T. Judd. So, yeah, as you can see, there's no one area. My dad was a guitarist. He was a musician. He loved music. Though I have no musical talent as far as to sing or play. In fact, me singing sounds like someone beating a bag full of cats. He did pass on his love of music and the impact that music can have on a person and how well it can speak when words really don't fit. And because of that, music is very important to me across the board. I've made the comment that food is one of those things where you can learn a lot about culture from their food, but you can also learn a lot about them from their music as well. And music is one of those things, it inspires memories. It can even drive you forward to your goals. So I listen to different musics depending on how I'm feeling and what I'm doing. But I also just randomly let it play in the background, all these different things. So yeah, I'm all over the board when it comes to music. Have you ever tried? Oh yeah, I've tried Southern apple pie. I'm a Southerner. I grew up on that. I love me some Southern apple pie. Oh, we jumped. We jumped. If I missed anything, I apologize. Again, remember we do have the super chat and whatnot if it's important. I apologize. Because y'all are asking a lot of questions, which is great. It's so great to have y'all here. Oh, that's good coffee. Let's see what we got. Abraham asked, "Do you have a website where I can purchase your services?" I remember seeing it. But I no longer offer spell services as no, I do not. And the reason being, it actually contradicted my mission statement. I am here to teach you to master yourself, not to teach you to come to me to fix your problems. And I ironically had people that's all they wanted. They would rather spend ungodly amounts of money. I had people offering me $500 for spell work rather than just watch a few YouTube videos where they could get the same result. I mean, that person was literally asking for a prosperity spell. We have 2 prosperity spells for free on the channel. I'm very pro do the work yourself. So I actually did have to take that down because it was actually running contradictory to the actual goal and mission statement that I have. I really and truly am pushing the mastery and control of one's individual life. And as I tell my students, if I'm doing it for you, you're not mastering. So, no, I did take that one down, Abraham. Sorry. I know a lot of people's like, I can't believe you took it down. What, you making money? Well, I was making money, but sometimes your goals and your mission and what you believe in means more than $1. So that's what I did. It's like, if I truly believe in the mission statement of Working Dragon Mystic, I had to take it down. It was the correct thing to do. See what we got. Let's see. Bernalda. Hey, Bernaldus, you made it. Welcome. We jumped again. Chris, I love all music. Anything makes me. Yeah, I mean, that's it. When you say, what do I like? I just got to be able to feel it, And it differs with my mood. So, if I can feel that music and it moves me in some way emotionally or mentally, that's it. And there's no one genre or artist that does it more than any. In fact, if you nail me to a wall and have me pick one artist, I'll probably pick Jimmy Buffett. And funny thing is, he doesn't really have a style. He goes from country, rock, pop. I mean, he's all over the map. But there's no one music that I particularly like over another. Oh, yeah, I got plenty of rock and metal, no doubt. I love Man of War, AC/DC, Black Sabbath. See, Mysterious, so into rune meditation, I almost missed the live stream. Hey, that's a good meditation. Mugs up to that. Glad you made it, though. I am glad you made it. Not to go off topic, I'm certain you heard of Minecraft. There is a server I play on quite a bit, and once you hit 30K subs, you get a special rank on the server. I was wondering if you can tell them that you are the owner of my Minecraft account so I can get the rank and grow my channel. Well, first off, I don't play Minecraft at all. I do know what it is. I can't say I actually necessarily understand the game. I've never played it. I've watched people play it. My daughter plays it. But as far as, I tell somebody I'm you. I'm afraid I don't lie. It's not something I do. That's one of those things where honor and integrity can kind of get in your way sometimes, because there's a lot of times stuff like that would be a lot easier. And I know it's a little thing, totally understand that, but it's been my experience. The little things are what open doors to bigger things. So I'm afraid I cannot, man. I apologize. Let's see, Cal. Sorry for being late. No problem. Better late than never. I've gone down the rabbit hole of new info with the Sumerian belief system that I follow, including some groups and rituals, how to conduct the rituals. Grats, Cal. Those rabbit holes can be a lot of fun. They can be a lot of work to sort out through the notes and whatnot, but a lot of fun. I know when I get involved in some new research and stuff, yeah, I got piles of paper everywhere. My wife laughs at me. There's even like a wall right here. Well, you all probably know that because you've heard the neighbors screaming through it from time to time. I will have sticky notes and thumbtacks in it with notes. I go way down that rabbit hole. But man, is it fun. So mugs up to you, Cal. Glad to hear your research is going awesome. Let's see. Should one have opened one arcane sight and hearing before entering into a pact with a demonic king or a pact? Or can a pact be made without sight? Nope. You need both arcane sight and hearing in order to do a pact, because there's no way to know for sure if the pact was signed, and you need that open dialogue. You need full ability to evoke an entity before you do pact work. Pact work it's evocation is advanced magic, and pact work is advanced level evocation. I know a lot of people want to jump into pact work to use it as a shortcut to riches or power or knowledge, and ironically, it just doesn't work that way. So no, you will have to, at the bare minimum, have your arcane sight and arcane hearing developed so you can have a real-time conversation through evocation with the entity to work out all the details. We do have 3 videos on pact work on this channel to detail all that out for you, yes sir. So check those out. Cal, number 1 rule in the Army is have integrity. Yes, it is. And integrity, it is a thing that is far, far too rare this day and age. So I've been told I'm old school for my integrity. And you know what? If integrity makes me old, I'm happy to be old. But let me say this. I have met a bunch of 18, 23, and 25-year-olds through my work and different discussions and whatnots. And I can actually say I'm starting to see honor integrity make a comeback. And this puts a big old smile on my face. It's like everything, just like the seasons, everything's in a cycle. It's really nice. Yeah, plus I'm a long way from 30K. I wish I wasn't. I wish I was there. Be nice to wake up tomorrow at 30K. That would be freaking awesome. Good point, Bernard. I didn't even pay attention to the numeric because of the. Yeah, okay. Cal, one day. Yeah, it's it's weird. Every day I get in there and I check the comments, and when I do, the analytics pops up, and I see how the channel's growing and everything. And even after 2 years, it feels weird, people. It really does. And actually, really just 1 year, because if you think about it, that first year, this channel just kind of coasted on a flat line right up until about November. That's when really anyone started finding me. So we've only really been doing this in a functional manner for a year, and I'm still adjusting to it, people. Y'all are amazing. You really are. Yeah, yes, sir. Unfortunately, you do kind of need those. Anyone can learn things, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's easy. And magic shouldn't necessarily be easy. I mean, you can make a lot of massive change with magic. But self-mastery in the process thereof, it's not an easy path. I tell all my students, magic is not easy. It is not. In fact, if anything, magic can complicate your life more. Because the more you're capable of, the more the universe will throw at you in order to help you grow quicker. So it's ironic, but it does give you more tools in your toolbox to overcome the challenges, but it does mean more challenges will be thrown at you. Let's see. Wizard Warrior does created artworks like the anime Dragon Ball have any existence in the astral plane after being created? Could I travel to that existence? Um, well, if you look at the laws of the magic, you look at the law of infinite universes. Basically, yes, the Dragon Ball universe, due to its creation and conceptualization on a mental art level, out there somewheres within the great infinite universes, has actually created that, and it would be accessible. Um, what use it would be to you, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't follow Dragon Ball Z. Or any of the Dragon Balls for that matter. A buddy of mine tried to get me into it back in the 90s. Yeah, I think it was the 90s. And I couldn't figure out why most of the episode they were spend all the time charging up their attack. It was just never something I clicked with. I've thought about going back and giving it a second try. I know so many people love it, but it wasn't one. But yeah, when you look at the law of infinite universes, yes, that would play out. That would play out. It's just a matter of actually locating it. Patience, you'll get there, Drake. Oh yeah, I'm grateful for what I have. I do continue to work to better the channel and to better our cause. So hey, I'm a very, very happy mage or sage, whatever you want to call me. Or goofy redneck, either one, they all work. We're going to have to do something special when we hit 10K though, because that's the next big marker for us. Let's see. Chris, I hope to bring my dreams to life with my art. You can do that. I know a lot of people who use art and painting in their magic. It is amazing, and I'm sure you can, Chris. Keep working at it. Cal, it's kind of funny to see how your videos have evolved. Yeah, don't forget I'm terrified of cameras. I really am. So those first videos, I'm like, just trying to get through the material and think clearly. I am still scared of cameras. I'm just a bit able to get through it a little easier. And you'll notice there's videos where I'm not as fluid and easy and relaxed. There's still videos where I tense up and spaz and it gets a bit more jarbled. And if it wasn't for editing, we'd be in a world of hurt. But yeah, it is funny even for me to go back and watch how they've evolved. It's really neat to see the journey. Let's see. Bestest wolf at Chris Compass you can believe in. If you believe in it and work at it every day, you can. Yep, that is true. That is true. Let's see here. Oh, we jumped. No, okay. See, mysterious. My meditation with Ken has earlier strongly impressed upon me the need to control my energy way more. Lessons. Yep. Life and magic in and of itself is never-ending lessons. You're always going to be learning. You're always going to be growing. You're always going to be progressing. That's why I love it. I love to learn. I love to be doing things, and magic is perfect for me because of that. It gives me something to always work toward. I love it. Rest in peace, 40K universe that is out there getting brutally. Good point, Cap. Good point. It's self-doubt talking. I'm working on that. You'll do it, Chris. I have faith in you. I do. You've shared a bit of your magical practices and your breakthroughs here with us in the live streams. And with those breakthroughs, I really do think you're going to do it. I do. I have faith in you. Keep it up. You got this. It's cool. All right, everybody. We are going to get ready to wrap up here tonight. I just saw a nice big old flashy crashy of lightning. Looks like the storms are looping back around. Thank you, storms. Upside, didn't interrupt the stream. Definitely an upside. Second upside, maybe it'll still be storming when I go to bed and I get to relax to storm. Love sleeping during the storms. Also, Tuesday, we do have another of the Goetic Spirit videos coming out. Be sure to keep an eye on that. Loud car drives by. Do join us Friday for the Research and Ramblings, of course. We got that coming. We are currently actually trying to get the blogs at workingdragonmystic.com rolling. In fact, the first blog topic was inspired today. So I will probably be typing that up while I drink my coffee in the morning, theoretically. So hopefully I'll be able to post that. My plan to let you know when that goes live is to use the community tab, because apparently YouTube, if I post something in the community tab, it'll let every one of my subscribers know that it's a thing. So when I put up a new blog post, everyone, I will actually post that down there so you all know. You can go read it. Again, it's just going to be like a minor little thoughts blog, something extra, those random little nuggets of maybe it'll be wisdom, maybe it'll be random, who knows. Y'all know me. It'll be something. And I'm going to attempt to do it at least once a week, if not every other week. We'll try and have one good one. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Also, if you haven't, we do have a Discord server. Be sure to check that out. Great community over there. A lot of people checking in daily, sharing research, just well wishes even. I mean, even on the slowest days, there's always people there just wishing people a good morning and good day. It's amazing how nice these people are and how great they are and supportive. And that may sound weird, but online, you don't see that. You really don't see that online. So, I got to give a mugs up to y'all in that Discord community. You're a good community. And I appreciate that. It's good to know that there are good people in the world. So with that, I am going to pop out of here. I got to go bug some people. It was great to have y'all in here tonight. Thank you very much. Great questions. Absolutely loved them. And we got to see a lot of new faces. Also great. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. And if you haven't, subscribed and turn on the notifications so you're notified anytime I release a new video or we go live, so you can hear me ramble on and answer questions. So everyone, you have a great week. Stay safe. I'll see you next Friday. All right. Take care. Good night.